student, how are you? I hope everyone will be fine. We are going to start first topic, that is real number. In your textbook, total number of chapters are 15. From this chapter, you will get in board examination 6 months. Right? Okay, so first topic is Euclid division lemma. First we have to understand what is the meaning of lemma. Suppose any mathematician have given any statement with proof and whole world have accepted that statement, that is called lemma. Using lemma and some steps when we will derive any other things, that is called algorithm. So using Euclid division algorithm, we can find ACF between two numbers. Okay, that we have learned. So first we will understand what is the meaning of Euclid division lemma. If we divide a number by other number, generally we are getting quotient and remainder. That from class 6 we have done. In class 6 and class 8 we got dividend equals to divisor into quotient plus remainder, where remainder will be greater or equals to 0 and less than 0. Already we got these things. It is not new for us. So given positive integers n, there exists unique integer q and r satisfying a equals to bq plus r, where r equals to r greater or equals to 0 and less than b. This is called lemma. Euclid division lemma. Now using this Euclid division lemma and some steps, we can find HCF between two numbers. That we have to find. Now we are going to start exercise 1.1. Just read first question. First question is find HCF between two numbers using Euclid division algorithm. So first part is 135 and 225. Now just observe this. Out of these two numbers, 225 is bigger number and 135 which is smaller number. Now if you want to find HCF between these two, first we will use division method this side. So you have to draw one middle line, because without division we can't write all the steps of Euclid division lemma. Right? So divide 225 by 135, right? Bigger number and this is a smaller number. It will divide 135 135. So if we subtract, then we are getting 90, right? So if we divide 225 by 135, then quotient we are getting 1 and remainder we got 90. Now here remainder we have not got 0. So we have to proceed same method once again. Now here 90 is remainder considered as divisor and previous divisor as dividend 135 and again divide. It will divide 135 by 90. So 91 by 90. So remainder we are getting 45. Here also we have not got 0. If we will not get 0, then again you have to consider this divisor as 45 as divisor and previous divisor as dividend and again divide. Now 90 divided by 45 to get 90. Now we are getting 0. Now we have to stop here. So last divisor will be HCF between given two numbers. Now for these portions you will not get any marks in board examination. But using this step, you have to write all the steps of Euclid division lemma. So step 1. So step 1, first division, just observe. 225 is dividend, 135 is divisor, 1 is quotient and 90 is remainder. So if we use this concept, Euclid division lemma, we know that a equals to bq plus r. That means dividend equals to divisor into quotient plus remainder, right? So here you can write 225 equals to 135 into 1 plus 90. That is step 1. Now step 2. Now observe second division. That is 135 is dividend, 90 is divisor, quotient is 1 and remainder is 45. Here again use Euclid division lemma. Then 135 equals to 90 into 1 plus 45. right? 135 equals to 90 into 1 plus 45. Is it clear? First step for first division, second step for second division, and third step for third division. Step 3. Now observe third division. 90 is dividend, 45 is divisor, 2 is quotient, and remainder is 0. So we can write 90 equals to 45 into 2 plus 0. Here you have to stop. Now last divisor, that is 45. So HCF between two numbers will be 45. Is it clear, everyone? Now question number 1, the second part and third part, do by yourself and check if you are getting answer or not. This is the first type of questions of this exercise. And second type of questions is question number 2, question number 4 and question number 5. In question number 3, same method you will use. You have to find HCF between two numbers and you will get the answer. But question number 3 and question number 4 and question number 5. Question number 2, in 2002 question paper you will observe that questions came in board examination. Now I am showing question number 2. Just read that question. Show that any odd positive integer of the form 6q plus 1 or 6q plus 3 or 6q plus 5. Once again read. Show that any positive odd integer of the form 6q plus 1, 6q plus 3 or 6q plus 5. Now tell me, just observe utilization level. A equals to bq plus r. 6q, when you get, if you consider b as 6, then you get 6q plus r the form, right? So you have to consider b, because if a be any positive integer, we can divide a by any number. We can divide by 4, we can divide by 3, we can divide by 5, we can divide by 6. When you will divide a by 6, then we get form 6q. R will be different. R will start from 0, 1, 2, 3. If we divide by 6, then R will be 0 or 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. Because R always less than B. And you are dividing by 6. So R up to 5 you have to take. That means 6 types of numbers, 6 types of form you get. Out of 6 form, 3 will be even and 3 will be odd. That I am showing. So just observe second question, the question number 2. I will grab this. Now answer number. Okay. So let A be any positive integer and b equals to 6, right? Now by Euclid's division lemma, a equals to 6q plus r, where 0 less or equals to r less than 6, right? If we divide a by 6, then 6 is here divisor and a is dividend. If we divide them by Euclid division lemma, we can write a equals to 6q plus r. And r will be greater or equals to 0 and less than 6. Now for different value of r, we will get different value of a. So here r, value of r will be greater or equals to 0 and less than 6. That means r equals to 0 or 1 or 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now for r equals to 0, we will get a. If r equals to 1, we will get a. R equals to 2, we will get different a. R equals to 3, we will get another form of a. Like that, total 6 form we will get. Out of 6 form, 3 will be even and 3 will be odd. How 3 will be odd and 3 will be even? Just observe. If r equals to 0, then a equals to 6q. Because if value of r is 0, If we put here, then we get 6 cube. Now 6 cube is divisible by 2 because 6 is divisible by 2. So which is even. If r equals to 1, then a equals to 6 cube plus 1. Now 6 cube. 6 cube is even number. Next number after even number will be odd number. So which is odd. If r equals to 2, then a equals to 6 cube plus 2, which is even, because 6 cube plus 2 is divisible by 2. If we take common 2, then this number will be divisible by 2, so it is even number. If r equals to 3, then a equals to 6 cube plus 3, which is odd, right? If r equals to 4, then a equals to 6 cube plus 4, which is even. If r equals to 5, then a equals to 6 cube plus 5, which is odd. So this we got odd, this we got odd, and this we got odd. So any positive odd integer of the form 6 cube plus 1, 6 cube plus 3 and 6 cube plus 5. Therefore, any odd positive integer is of the form 6 cube plus 1 or 6 cube plus 3 or 6 cube plus 5. Right? Done? Question number 2. Question number 4 and question number 5. Similar type of questions. At that place b equals to 3 you will take and you can solve that question. So our 1.1 is finished. You will complete. If any doubt you will face, then you will ask me through WhatsApp. Okay? Thank you everyone.